Hey YouTube, this is a video on how to set up your Russian tortoise enclosure. Now, what's important to know is that the Russian tortoise is a desert tortoise. So, like a desert tortoise lives on sand, so most of my cage has sand as a substrate mixed in with coconut husk. This is my Russian tortoise patilla. She's fully grown and won't get any bigger. She's about as big as my hand. What's important is that you make a cage, give them enough space to run around. Now this cage is the bare minimum of how much space one single adult Russian tortoise should have. I have an outside cage for the summer, so this is only temporarily for when the months are cold. So again, as a substrate, my choice of substrate is sand mixed with coconut fiber, about 50-50 mix. Another good choice would be sand mixed with topsoil or regular earth, 50-50 mix, because I can burn that really well. What else should you put in your cage? Well, okay, she needs some decoration to climb over, because otherwise they'll get fat and lazy if they don't get active. So this is just a fake tree branch type of thing, and some rocks for her to climb over. The rocks are also good for her sharpening her nails. You also want to have a hut that she can retract into the night. So this is a giant Hava hut, and inside we got Timothy hay. You also want a water bowl, because Russian tortoises really like to soak in water and poop in water. So it's important to replace the water every day. You also need one heat lamp, which is to the left. It is a 100 watts, I think it's Zoomat something, and one UVB lamp, because tortoises need UVB light to be able to process calcium, which is important for their bones to grow properly. And as you can see, my tortoise patilla does not have any pyramiding whatsoever, and her shell's pretty healthy and strong. Yeah, she really likes that corner. Also, what you should have is maybe a heat mat under the heat source, because the lights are pretty far away and doesn't get too warm. So I also put a heat mat under here so that the substrate gets heated a bit. It's also important to monitor your temperature. This thermometer is actually on the wrong side, because I used to have the lens on the right side, but I'll get another one for the warm side soon. Okay, so that's basically everything you need to know about setting up your tortoise enclosure. We went over substrate, sand mixed with coconut fiber, sand mixed with earth, or just plain sand. I know people say that sand gives them digestive problems, but I raised her on sand most of her life, and it didn't do anything to her until I figured out that I want to try something different. You need stones for her claws to just wear off, and something for her to climb over. Now, you also want to feed your tortoise daily. I at least feed them daily. I just don't feed her too much, because I don't want her to get fat. And you need to provide her with a shelter, clean water, and big enough space. I'll be making another video shortly about what to feed your tortoise, and later in the summer, how to set up your tortoise enclosure outside, which I'm currently growing plants for. I think Patilla is getting annoyed by me because she's hiding in her habitat now. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll just give you a broad view of the terrarium. And I'll hope to see you again in one of my future videos.